Hello tankers, Toaster here again with the Panther M10, and we're going to have another ace tanker in this game. The map is Himmelsdorf, which is a tough map, and I make a couple of mistakes in this that I want to point out. I am platooned with combat ineffective. That's the reason I bought this tank, and so let's go ahead and move forward. So we were talking, and normally I would not go hill in this tank, but we're on the correct side, meaning that from this side you can actually get up into this dip depression here and not get spotted, or if you do get spotted, they have very thin shots and they have to overcommit to shoot. And so we've got a Lorraine 40T with us, and we've got an AMX 12T with 2 marks. I don't know how good he is, but I figure if he's got 2 marks on a light tank, he's probably okay. And looking at the map, you know, they've got 2 E25s, a T34 100, a T20, a Rudy, and both of their RDs over on the 1-2 line. And so to me, that tells me that it's highly likely that we're going to do well up here, that there's not a lot coming. It turns out that I'm wrong, because if you look at our IS-6, who should never have pushed that far that fast, but he did, there's nothing there. So the remainder of the team is coming hill, presumably, but I don't pay attention enough to the map to realize that. And so we do get out, but it costs combat his life, basically. But I see this Progetto, and he's fired several shots, and so I say, let's go get him. And I'm just trying to stay out of the way. And this thing is heavy. It's German, so it's heavy. And at this point I say, tell combat that we need to get out, but I want to kill this Cromwell first. And he dies, and then I get greedy and I stick around, even though we shouldn't be sticking around. So it's my greed that ends up costing combat. So I'm telling him in TeamSpeak, we are in TeamSpeak here, I tell him we got to get out of here. So we're bugging out, and I'm telling combat he really needs to go, and we do take a hit here, and I'm not paying attention to where I'm going, and that costs combat, because if you look, I was in his way. He was trying to come across here to get out, and that ends up costing him. So what I'm doing here is I'm attempting to track this heavy, because I feel like so I get tracked as well, and I'm telling combat, run, run, run. And to his detriment, he doesn't exactly run like he should. And look at this driving. It's awful. And combat's not looking where he's going either. And he ends up running into the wall there, as do I. So I see this 40 TP is paying attention, which is fantastic, because if he wasn't, I'd be dead here. So that WZ, I know I've got time for a couple of shots while I'm repairing, and we're going to go ahead and pull back. So we're just pulling back between shots. And this P43, so combat at this time is dead, and he's watching me, and I've got 200 health left. And so I've tracked this guy in place to where there's nothing he can do. And so it's just Farm City here. So we're up to 2100 damage, 700 assist. And that's basically the end of the game. So real quick one for you. I don't know if that tells you a lot about playing this map because I made mostly mistakes in this game, but it does show you the importance of tracking people. Let's go ahead and take a look at the after action report. Okay, here we are at the after action report. We did get an ace tanker. We get a level Slyos medal and a kamikaze medal, and we were top of the team with 1276 base XP. Our SU-100 tier 6 tank in a tier 8 game did 1800 damage. Good on him. And actually that IS-6 did pretty well, just based on the fact that there were no heavies pushing, challenging him. So good for him. We ended up with, we shot 30 shots, hit 22, pinned 16. That's because I was trying to track that WZ. 2200 damage, 700 assist, and most of it was on tier 8s, and I believe that's why it was an ace. We do have premium right now, so we ended up with 73,000 credits, which is not bad in a tier 7 preferential matchmaking. Check out this XP. It was at 1945, and then we got 10,000 for a mission payout. So we ended up with 12,000 XP on that game. So I hope you enjoyed it. I do have one more Panther M10 game. It is a platoon game, and I think it will be very informative for those of you that platoon, but just don't feel like you can get a hang of how to help each other out. So thanks for watching. We will catch you next time.